Hi, besties. Welcome back to yet another interesting episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you all are doing fantastic. We are doing absolutely well. Now, if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please do subscribe before we get into this video. Yeah, so that's our baby girl always trying to crawl every morning. First thing she wakes up, we are making her best breakfast combo. She loves this most. Like, I love how she does this breakfast. She finishes all the food I serve her. She absolutely loves this. So for lunch, I'm preparing her some fruit, just popo. She does not like popo as much, but I'm trying to give it to her. I think I'll try combine it with another fruit so that she can consume it properly. Yes, a fruit is also considered a whole meal for infants. Yes, so if you give your baby a bowl of fruit, it is considered as a whole meal. Yes, that's what I recently learned. We have a toaster hapa juu, si ndio? Ndio hii toaster. It's the one that should be doing this work, lakini ninafanya kwa gas. Why? We've never used this toaster. This is the last time we used it. Na siku hizi simuonangi. Walikuwa nasema eti anakuanga na shares kwa hiyo gym, so I'm just wondering. I'm dieting. This is tempting. But I'm only having only one. Now, I recently learned that iron is classified under two categories. There's heme iron and non-heme iron. So heme iron is like the iron that is gotten from chicken, meat, like from hemoglobin. And non-heme iron is the sources of iron gotten from like the beans, lentils, nini. So I learned that heme iron is easily absorbed, like this chicken, meat and whatnot, but non-heme iron has to be paired with vitamin C so to be absorbed. So we are steaming that, and then I'm also boiling this so that baby can consume throughout the week. I'm also going to be giving her that bone. Yes, the food is ready, so it's just butternut, carrots there, chicken and spinach, and that's that. This is also another combo she loves most, and I've already established she does not have an allergy from chicken because she's had this the past, I think, 3-4 days, and she loves it sana. I don't know if it's the taste of the garlic. I just don't know. I'm going to be eating the leftover, which is about just a few tablespoons. I'm only intending to be dieting with that baby food. Like those 2, 3, 5 tablespoons of baby food are the ones that I'm going to be using to diet with. Like that is the only thing I'm consuming the whole day, like maybe just plus fluids. Yes, so I decided to transfer her bath station here because it's easier washing her after meals immediately, as compared to, and then these days she moves a lot, so kitambo you organize for her to shower is just a lot of work. She's also adjusting to taking plain water pretty well. Yeah, so that's just her playing after feeding and taking water before we now go to sleep. Bubbles. Wow. Say wow, mama. Wow. Bubbles for mama. Wow. Hata ingine inataka kuenda kwa excellence. Mama, tumekuja hospitali. Wacha na hii kamera. Ni kila saa kuguza hii kamera kila saa. Leave the camera alone. Right now tunaingia hosi. Kwani leo kuna watu hiyo hospitali? Ashafanya nini? We are here for your vaccine. Tumechelewa. Girl is growing fast. Tungechelewa tu hivi ingefika 7 months. It's around 1 p.m. At least there are not a lot of people at the waiting area. So, hoping for the best. Mamas. Kuna shawl though. Ni mkubwa sahi sasa, sio mtoto mdogo kubebeba na shawl kila wakati. Change. Ila tunaona nataka kuvuruta tu kamera yangu kila siku. Cheka tu sahi. Sababu tunasemanga chuma chako kimotoni. Yako sasa ni shindano. Shindano chako kiko kwa packet. Kikitolewa udungwe my friend. Shindano yako kitolewa udungwe. Shindano yako iko kwa packet. Shindano yako iko kwa wapi? Sio iko kwa packet. Sema shindano changu kiko kwa packet. Wacha kuvuruta. Wacha kunivuruta. Kuna few grams. Alafu nilikuwa nataka kuuliza, unajua tumesahau kumbebea diapers. Mna happen kusell diapers huko?
But nothing mbaya tuta.
Hiyo tunaweza fika nayo maybe hapa mbele kwa supermarket. Sorry? No, shindano today. You're very lucky, mama. You're very lucky. I've been shindano yake kwa packet. Shindano yake kwa packet. Kumbe si leo, mama. Kumbe si leo. When is the latest mtu anaweza chukua hiyo flu vaccine?
From 6 to 7, 8.
Hata 8. Hata 9. Hey, toto. Haitaki ni ngapi?
67.
So this is the weight chart. It shows the weight of the baby against their age for both girls and boys, and our baby still falls within range. So we are good. Yeah, we are good. Unfortunately, there's no flu vaccine, but they said they'll call us once they restock, whatever. You network restock for hospitals. Yeah, so she's only been given a vitamin A vaccine that she'll be given again when she turns a year. It's given after every 6 months. Mama, what's that you're touching there? So yeah, I guess let's go and look for some diapers for her because I forgot to pack diapers for her in this bag. I carried everything else except her diapers, so that's what we're going to look for. I guess we're headed to the nearest supermarket to pick diapers or something else we'd need. Yeah, wacha niweke camera nitoe karibu na dirisha because Kanairo is Kanairo. Hey, we are at Galleria. Yeah, I just want to pass by and see the few things we can get. It's hot. It's extremely hot. But to actually get home quickly before it starts raining. But saya kuna yo flash floods. Ndio nani lift. Ni 5 kg maji. We also couldn't just leave without getting pears. This section contains fruits that are good for digestion for these kids. So pears and apples are really good for digestion. Izo, I don't think any mom anafaa kukosa. And these are not available in our local markets now because they're not on season. So we just had to get them from here. Quick match hizo red pears ni 650. At least hapa ziko affordable. Mama, you just sleep. You're really yawning. Una yawn? Silale. This is actually where I get all my innerwears from, and I prefer the seamless ones. Hapa tu ndo kafondo kunakuwa na size yangu, which is currently XL. I think I'll end this video here. The baby is sleeping. She's extremely heavy. I'm trying to shop for stuff. Like I want to get her hair accessories and hair products. Like just a suitable conditioner for her hair, her fussy hair, because her fussy hair is really thick. So that's what I'm looking for here. And also want to get a shower cap for myself. So I don't think I'll be able to vlog much here at the supermarket. Joanna Lal. We get her. We are finally back home. We got here at around, I think 7 something. Yeah, managed to feed her and wash her. Yeah, she's just been playing, but I want her to get right into sleeping right now. Hey, I just want to soothe her. Yeah, because I know she's extremely tired. And we were stuck in traffic for so long. Yeah, Pale Langata Road. I think President alikuwa anapita or something. So we were stuck there for 2 hours. Just imagine, 2 hours. Nae kwa gari, joto, nini, kulialia. It's just... Yeah, I even kind of look sweaty. I want to just soothe her to sleep, then go right into showering. Then there's a vlog I wanted to upload now today, but it wasn't possible because we were taking baby for the flu vaccine and haikuwa available. So they told us they'll contact us once the vaccine has been restocked. Yeah, so hata ningebaki tu ni edit. Your video would have been up today at 11 a.m. It's just very few parts of it remaining. I think the voiceover or something. I'll show you a few things I got tomorrow for her. Just a few things. Vitu za nywele. And I'll also try like kushika nywele yake. She has very thick hair. Hata inakaa dengu. Unaona vile inakaa dengu? Like she has very thick fussy hair which I'll try style tomorrow.
Kuja hapa kwa jua. Lazima mtafanya hivyo kwa video.
I got this baby plate from the supermarket yesterday just because it looks cute and I've always wanted to try it out. And I also got this waterproof bib, which was 150 bob. The plate was 400 bob. I want to see if this one is better than their silicone one. I also just want to prepare her breakfast. We're doing the exact meal combo we've done when this video is beginning. So yeah, just that she loves this so much. This is her favorite. She eats this to the last spoon. And she was tired. Hiyo time yote alikaa hapa wewe aliamka saa ngapi? 6 am. I'm offering her water in this bottle that I got from the breast pump. They came together as a pack, and she consumes water from this one way better than the pigeon one. This one's hole is a bit wider, so inatoa a bit more water. I'm glad she's also accepted to take plain water. Plain tu kitu unasikiza kwanza. Unasikiza vizuri kwanza. Now, baby is just playing. She napped kidogo, she has woken up. But she might nap again because she's rubbing her eyes. There's something going on around. They're doing fumigation and it's a bit loud. So it's a bit loud. It has interrupted her sleep. But she's highly likely to go back to sleep in a few. Well, that is not the point. I wanted to give you a quick update of how weaning has been for us this far. We have weaned for 4 weeks now. The first 2 weeks we basically just did porridge. Like, when you start weaning, you introduce one food at a time, or like you just start with one simple light meal that is gentle on their stomach, because their stomachs are used to breast milk or formula, which is not heavy. Of course, it's just liquid. And now transitioning from that to solids, we had to start with porridge. I've seen some parents say that it's not a must starting off babies with porridge, but I did that because that seemed like a smooth transition for me. And of course, the porridge was fortified with the nutrients that a 6-month-old is supposed to consume. So that's why we started off with that. It was very smooth and gentle on her stomach, and also like good for digestion, easy to digest. Like those are the things you need to, even if you're not doing porridge, like you need to select or pick a food that is very gentle on their tummies when you're starting off weaning. The first week we only did purely porridge. Then the second week we did porridge and something else in between, like maybe a fruit, before I could now introduce, the real solids, like these other foods. So this is how it has been for us. When we started weaning, her sleep switched from now waking up once a night to waking up a bit more times at night, like than usual. She used to now wake up about 3, 4, 5, or even 6 times a night. I felt like she'd sleep better when we started weaning, but then she adjusted to that slowly. I can say as at now, she's sleeping perfectly well at night. Well, she only wakes up maybe once or twice to feed, and then those whose babies have started rolling, the moment they start rolling, it wakes them up at night, because sometimes they're just sleepy. Yes, they're sleeping, but they're trying to roll onto their stomachs. So that process only makes them wake up. They don't necessarily wake up at night because they're hungry. No, just maybe trying to roll. Ama may roll onto the tummy, and now they have gas, and now the gas is moving. So that also wakes them up at night. Sleep training has also been a bit easier now that we are on solids, because she feeds at specific times and naps at specific times, both during the day and at night. So the moment you get onto that routine that this is the time I'm feeding my baby, or even if you're at work and you've left your nanny at home and instructed her to be following the exact routine you've given her, the baby will stick to that routine, and it will also make it easier for you as a parent. Maybe you've gone to work in the morning and you usually come back at around 7 p.m. So if they can get the baby to sleep before or after you've arrived, like, this depends with how your arrangement with the nanny and your baby is. So like, even if you're at work and you just instruct the nanny to do exactly venye umwambia tu, ndio you guys follow into a routine, all of you kwa hiyo nyumba, it would be much easier. Then I also realized that formula-fed babies stick to the routine easier than breastfed babies. Breastfed babies anajuanga tu, if she cries or starts fussing, you'll just, carry her and breastfeed her, because they know breastfeeding is, of course, soothing. Not all the time it is the breastfeeding they want to feed or they're hungry. Ile tu ya kujisooth too so that they can sleep. So formula-fed babies fall onto a routine earlier. If you're exclusively formula feeding and your baby has not fallen onto a routine yet, it's not going to be difficult for them to get into routine. The whole time I tried the sleep training while she was breastfeeding, we had a problem. Hapo tulikuwa na shida kabisa. Then I've also learned that weaning is not linear. Well, when it comes to baby, nothing is linear, whether it's weaning, sleep training, or like just all these things. Nothing is linear. You have to try and be very consistent and follow the timings you've set for feeding, sleeping, bathing, for them to actually fall onto that routine. Like you have to be on a strict routine with them, because that's what they follow. Well, I was saying it's not linear because some days they might feed well, some days they might refuse to feed. You should know for sure that if they're tired, they do not feed. I also learned that if they're very hungry, they might refuse to feed. And also if they're very full, they might refuse to feed. So this is what we normally do. I normally ensure to breastfeed her 1.5 hours before breakfast. Like for instance, she woke up at 6 a.m. today. She normally wakes up at 6 a.m. or at 7 a.m. So her next feed is usually at 9:30 or 10. Today we've delayed a bit, that's why she started sleeping while feeding. So you see now in this case for today, I'm the one who was a bit late kumpeo chakula. Akaanza fine kulala. So pia wow, if they get used to a specific time for feeding and a specific time for sleeping, if you don't stick to the timings you yourself had set, utaanza kukoroga hiyo routine yake. So in as much as you're sleep training or trying to feed your baby and they've not yet, like they're not feeding properly or sleeping at the specific time you want them to sleep, jua too, they'll fall onto that routine with time. It is not linear and it requires a lot of patience. Sleep training and also feeding the babies requires a lot of patience. Then also when it comes to weaning, we are told that when you're starting them off, they're supposed to take maybe 2 to 3 tablespoons of food, which is about 5 to 6 or 7 of their own spoons. Well, depending on the size of the spoon. The size of the silicone set is a bit bigger than the easy one that I had shown you earlier. So we normally do 10 spoons. We normally try to do 10 to 12 spoons, not below 12. So sometimes unapata when you start feeding, when tukifika the 5th spoon anaanza kukatakata, mara alie, she causes a scene there for the next like 5 or 10 minutes. If you are the type to give up easily, you'll just give up and say that, this baby is not feeding, this is where we're stopping and we will just feed again tomorrow. No, you have to try again and calm them down before they continue eating. Like a baby will not eat when they're crying. Ile ati wanakula alafu maybe mara she don't want to eat, so she's moving her head to the side, and then you just tell yourself, this is it, I'm giving up, I'm not feeding her anymore. No, you have to be very patient. Yeah, you have to be very patient. Akikula, when you're starting off, maybe the first 2 weeks, akikula 5 or 6 spoons, that is okay. Then mkifika the 3rd week, now aim at increasing the number of spoons they're eating. Also, what I'm planning to do for the rest of these few weeks before she turns 7 months, I'll still offer purees. I'll start offering mashed or like just smooshed food, like ile mashed with a fork or the masher when she gets to 7 months. I'm also going to be increasing the texture of the food with time because they're also supposed to learn how to chew. Then also, she has started to accept taking warm water. I normally pre-boil her drinking water. Well, the water I'm using to cook any food of hers is usually already pre-boiled. When making her food, I'll be skipping that part of it. So guys, just know, if you see me making baby food, just know the water I'm using is pre-boiled. So in the next video, I won't have to say again, I've pre-boiled the water, now I'm adding what into this nini apan. It's usually already pre-boiled. Take note of that. So what I was saying is, even her drinking water is usually pre-boiled. So these days, she's adjusted to taking water. They're supposed to take about 2 ounces of water a day. So Sai, she's taken very little water, which is okay. At least that is progress, because last week she wasn't taking any water. Then someone also advised me that if they're not taking water totally, you can add orange juice or like glucose into their water. I tried to do that recently. She took the water, yes, but it was bedtime. So of course she took the water because it had some taste, but I just said to myself, there's no need of doing this. I just want her to get used to the taste of water itself. Like akizoea tu she's taking flavored water, it's not good. Persistently kept offering her plain warm water, and that's what she's used to taking these days. So you don't have to add glucose or whatever it is to the baby's water for her to take the water. I lost my shower cap just here in this bedroom. Then I got this from Carrefour yesterday. I want to try it out. The quality is really good. Ebuacha tuvai. Wow. The band hapo imeshika vizuri hapo around the head, and it's also waterproof, but it doesn't suit those who have dense hair like thick braids. But this is so good. This is so good, guys. This one from Tony Airo from Carrefour. Then we're also doing baby's hair today. So I bought these 2 types of bands just to try out and find out which one is best for baby's hair. And this conditioner, and we're using a round tipped comb to do the partings. Yeah, that's the safest for baby's scalps. A round tipped comb. Yenye iko na round tip. Okay guys, tusidunge watoto vichwa. Doing her hair is an extreme sport, but once I get a high chair, I'll be doing her hair from there. Then Hanani was just entertaining her. I just wet her hair with water, then conditioner, and then it's softened. Her hair inashikana sana, it's 4C hair kabisa kabisa. So without water and that conditioner, I don't think would make it. And that's that. I'm just applying coconut oil onto her scalp. And that is that. I mean, we'll do her hair again after maybe a week or 2. No pressure. That's that. Then in as much as I normally cook butternut for her, as you guys have been seeing in the previous videos, we also have a pumpkin. We also have pumpkins. Butternuts are good, but pumpkins are also like higher in fiber as compared to butternuts. That's why I've decided to be doing a very small piece of butternut and a small piece of pumpkin. Yes. Butternut has that sweetness, which is good for them. Pumpkin is a bit tasteless, and I already saw how my baby does with tasteless food. So if I'm doing pumpkin, there has to be butternut, or if I'm doing butternut, there has to be pumpkin. You get? They're in the same family. They're usually in the same class. Yeah, chakula. So I really don't mind. I also started adding small amounts of garlic into baby's food. It aids with digestion, supports immunity, and adds flavor without having to add salt. Spices can be added into baby's food, but just tiny amounts, very small quantities. Yes, like spices like thyme, coriander, cumin, cardamom, dania, hizo zote. Any like all these natural spices can actually be added into baby's foods. Then even ginger, but you see the strong spices like ginger and garlic, they have to be cooked. So I've cooked the spices with the baby's food. If it's raw, it's gonna be also too strong. She loved this combo so much. As you can see, she's eaten most of it, and she has also to take water after feeding. She's just taking a very small quantity still, which is fine. I'm not complaining. Tutongeza as days go by. Yeah, and after feeds, she just plays maybe quite some time, then naps. I've also just realized that the green pear ripens faster than the red one. So if you're going to buy these from Carrefour, please buy the red one. And with that said, guys, we've come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching up to the end. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss out on any new uploads. And with that said, guys, bye-bye. I'll see you on the next one. I love you all.